Okay. Let's start the quest. I wanna know. What the heck is going on, Mondstadt?
Wow! The city is all decked out! Oh, it's beautiful!
Greetings, traveler. Paimon.
Hello, Catherine.
Hey, Catherine! Still doing the whole no commissions during Windblume thing?
In general, yes. The people of Mondstadt don't delegate their work to others this time of year. But
But...
feel free to take a look around. I think you'll pick up on something unusual. Sorry, I'm just not in the mood. I should go.
Whoa! Something's off with Beatrice. She would never give up a chance to talk to Quinn. This is weird.
Oh, is she into Quinn? Oh, what is this option? Anyways.
So, is this what you meant by unusual, Catherine?
This is just one example.
Oh, where can I find a truly
Okay,
fascinating man?
there's something sus going on. There's only one man for Donna. We all know who it is. Why? What is wrong? Okay, what is going on? Paralogism. I do not know what this word means. Yula?
Ah, Kaya. You found them. Good. With what's about to happen, it's great to have you in town.
A trial? But this is Mondstadt, not Fontaine. It's a serious one. So, do you need our help?
Where's Albedo?
Right! He's the captain of the investigation team. But we didn't see him out there. Albedo is the one on trial? What did he do?
Uh-oh. What's going on, Albedo? What did you do? New music.
Oh, that's a new face. Deacon of the church. Does that mean he works with Barbara and Rosaria?
Why are you so loud, Paimon? Why are you so loud? Please, please. Every time we're in like situations like this, why are you talking so loud? Like whisper. The identities of the victims are still unknown. Strange.
Prior to this trial, the Knights of Favonius, in conjunction with the church, launched an investigation into Mr. Albedo for suspected murder and unlawful disposal of human remains.
Yeah, I saw this in the trailer. What did you do about Albedo, really?
A witness stated that, 11 days ago, in the middle of the night, she saw the defendant southeast of the city gates, dragging a large object she later identified as a human body.
This isn't looking good.
He sounds like... He does sound like a kid, I'm not gonna lie. He sounds like someone just going through puberty. He sounds like a kid that's going through puberty.
A single man's shoe and a torn piece of fabric were found in the bushes near the crime scene.
A single man's shoe and a torn piece of fabric.
The same location the witness described. If no crime occurred, then is all this just a coincidence? It's true. No one has been reported missing. However, Miss Beatrice harbors no ill will toward the defendant. Her testimony clearly points to a crime, and she has no reason to lie. The defendant raises an important point: motive. Yet, I must be frank, not all murders are premeditated. Spontaneous conflict can also have unforeseen consequences. Nevertheless, I don't intend to prosecute this case on circumstantial evidence alone. Which brings me to the second charge against Mr. Albedo.
Second charge?
7 days ago, at dawn, a witness saw the defendant dispose of the body of an adult male in the area between Dragonspine and Dawn Winery. I now call the second witness to the stand.
It's Barbara?
Wait, that's...
Barbara? Oh, D-Look.
We now have accounts from two separate witnesses that describe the same modus operandi. Would you call that a coincidence? Before you suggest a lack of evidence, Mr. Kaya, you should know. After the defendant left that morning, the witness found this where the body was buried.
Oh yeah, there's possible that he can disintegrate the body through alchemy. Alchemy? Whatever, how you say it.
These remains suggest an accelerated rate of decomposition. Considering the defendant's profession, there's reason to suspect that alchemy is at play here.
Alchemy. That's how you pronounce it. Oop.
Both witnesses saw golden light, a known byproduct of alchemy. That's how the defendant destroyed the bodies. The light also explains how the witnesses were able to get a clear view of the events in the dark.
No conclusive evidence of guilt. But the witness accounts do match to an extent that can't be dismissed. This is a tricky one.
Allow me to submit another piece of evidence. The investigators intercepted one of Mr. Albedo's correspondences. I will now read the pertinent parts to the court. I have never abandoned the subject of human research. In fact, delving deeper into Dragonspine has led me to realize that the concept of life could be further expanded and transformed into that of birth. The mystery of human birth is often linked to death. As such, death is the most suitable material for the creation of new life. To that end, we must engage in a process of putrefaction and refinement.
Is that in reference to an alchemical process?
The letter continues. Experimental trials have been carried out in the northwestern part of Dragonspine, in the area southeast of Mondstadt's main gate. The data is as expected. Just as you endeavored to do, I too shall take up the path of creation and break through current limitations to reach a new realm of living beings.
That does sound like Suspado, not gonna lie. Because I do too. So it's not him writing this, but it does sound like Suspado.
Not to mention, the locations indicated in the letter match both crime scenes. What more can we trust than the defendant's own words?
Okay, he's guilty right now.
Why would Albedo do something like that? Oh, this has to be a nightmare.
Albedo told me his secret once that he was a synthetic human creation created through alchemy. Could it have something to do with this case? But what, following in Ryder's footsteps just because he's an alchemical creation? That would only make him more suspicious. What? The current story seems to be related to your past adventures. Would you like to quickly go over and review those experiences? This one. Shadows of Miss Suspado. Yet there were more than 2 people wearing the face on the mountain. Oh, there were more. So there wasn't just one Suspado. Okay, that makes sense if there's like more Suspidos. It's Venti.
Ooh! Paimon remembers that Jumpy Dumpty!
Dodo communication device. We'll do our best to uncover the truth. I don't think he knows about, or maybe he does know what the Suspado. So anyways, what are you doing, Albedo? Was it Suspado? Was it you? Who knows? Let's find out. I think this was always off limit. I think that's the first time. This is 3rd floor. Okay, let's see if what we can find here.
Alright, let's see what we can find.
Investigate the book. There's a stack of books on the desk, mostly relating to alchemy, environmental science, and life science. Some of the pages have been marked with alchemical symbols, and others have S-shaped or triangle symbols drawn on them. Any potential meaning is unclear. This looks like he made it on his own, because it's like has this flower symbol, like his flower that he uses on the battlefield. Investigate underneath the book. Investigate underneath the desk. That's so random that we just, accidentally knocked the book on the desk and then found out that it's hello. Interesting.
Wait, it looks like there's a hidden compartment under the desk!
The hidden compartment opens. Inside lies a piece of paper with more information. Investigate the paper. They don't mention fasting forces, which suggests that Dragonspine could be involved somehow. If this has something to do with creating synthetic life, would Albedo go that far for one of his experience? No, that can't be. Amid the notes is a map with a few markings on it, 2 of them marking location. corresponds to the crime scenes, and the third appears to be in Dragon Spine. Isn't this next to the heart? It's a hard pill to swallow, but if the results of the joint investigation are correct, there could be a body hidden in that last location. Or at the very least, what remains of one.
Alright, that seems to be it for this place. We should go tell Jean what we found. Oh, we found stuff alright. Stuff that only makes Albedo look even more suspicious.
I don't know, but I want to.
Yeah, he's our friend. We should keep the faith. Wait, that's Miles. What's he doing here? Do us a favor and just forget anything you might have heard, okay?
He's not. He's gonna say anything, and it makes everything worse.
Oh, sure. You got it.
He's
That
gonna.
map we found in the hidden compartment seems important. We should check out the marked locations.
He's gonna tell someone something, and then make this case worse than it already is. Can we investigate a little more?
Alright, let's see what we can find.
Yeah, there's more. Investigate the logbox on the desk. A logbox sits on the desk. The latch bears a sign of wear, suggesting the importance of whatever lies within. The box likely remained locked most of the time, but now the lid remains wide open, as if the owner was forced to leave in a hurry and didn't have time to lock it. The signature belongs to an unfamiliar name, one that also appears on the alchemy book nearby. You skim the preface and learn that the author is an old and accomplished alchemist. The person is like a friend from Albedo's academic circle, someone who owed Albedo a favor, but also urged him to refrain from conducting dangerous research.
Human transmutation? Is Albedo seriously looking into that?
It doesn't look good, but the setter can't directly prove that Albedo did anything. Besides, a technique like that must be too dangerous to share with the public. Right, that's why it wasn't brought up during the trial. Investigate the test tube. There's a test tube on the shelf with some black powder residue at the bottom. Next to it lies a neatly written note. Chalk is the next stage of the soil, but the current available materials are still insufficient to construct a stable structure. Investigate the research notes. Albedo's notes lies on the table. They resemble the ones you've seen before, but the contents are different this time. As always, the penmanship is impeccable, careful and neat with a certain elegance in its uniformity, much like the man himself. One of the notes reads, "Putrefaction should be regarded as a counter-simulation of the process of life, like a highly efficient and destructive spell of rot. Upon use, the target will decay within an extremely short period of time, turning into dust that is nearly invisible to the naked eye before dissipating into the air." This is not looking good. This kind of says he's like into researching human creation. There's some signs that like he can't really make functional structure, I guess, because there's not enough sufficient material. And there's proof that he knows about some kind of potion or process that makes the body decompose really fast. There's a lot of cards stacked against him. Not good. Hello? Let me out. Why did you not block Miles? Because he's gonna fucking rat out what he's just had uncovered, and then he's gonna make the case worse than it is already. Yeah. Miles is here again. Okay, she noticed. It's good. It's gonna make him fired. It's gonna get him fired, right? If you spread classified information. Maybe. I'm not sure. Or like destroys your reputation among the knights as not trustworthy. Ready. I want to know what's gonna happen. What are you doing, Albedo? What are you doing? We're back here.
We sent the teeth and the femur bone found at the scene to the church's medical office, and were able to conclude that these are, in fact, human remains. In addition, The investigators were able to identify several Mondstadt citizens who appear to have been missing for quite some time.
The identity of one of the victims is now confirmed. But what about the defendant's motive?
Considering what he wrote in the letter, we can deduce that the defendant needed subjects for an alchemy experiment. Who better than individuals whose disappearance would go unnoticed? In other words, he sacrificed the good people of Mondstadt for his own gain. A truly vile act.
Was she just moaning? Whatever. I'm not. I already commented, but like, let's just move on.
We have witnesses and physical evidence. What could you possibly say in your defense?
Yes. Whatever was kept in the hole was gone, and the surrounding area bore the marks of an unknown creature, with everything covered in snow. No one knew there was something to discover in the first place.
Then, there must also have been a body.
I almost forgot. Palm and I once encountered someone Dragonspine who looked exactly like Albedo, and we were the only ones. Wait a second, someone who looks exactly like him. What does he want me to do? Unnuanced break in the case? No, I should play it safe. Since I made an honest assessment of the facts, I should be honest about my doubts too, if it's only fair. Besides, I think I understand what Albedo was trying to tell me just now. I like to address the court if I may. I was the one who investigated the office and I believe the results raised a few questions. Regarding the two cases addressed in the previous trial, it was established that after disposing of the bodies, the defendant used alchemy to restore the ground to its original state. But it wasn't the case at his third location. The hole was still there, with dirt scattered around the perimeter. It looked more like something had been dug up. If this was all done by one person, why wasn't a third scene given the same treatment as the others? Why weren't the traces removed? In addition, the markings around the third location weren't fresh, which suggests that the Dragonspine incident happened at a different time. For those reasons, I believe there's still reasonable doubt in this case, and I hope the verdict reflects that. Thank you.
But allow me to point out, there is no evidence to suggest that anyone besides the defendant knew about the third location. And the map was found in his notes. That fact alone makes him the most plausible suspect. Unless Mr. Albedo suddenly plans to deny that the map belongs to him.
Some time ago, I encountered an uninvited guest on Dragonspine, someone who wanted to take advantage of the deserted nature of the region to eliminate me in a secret. His desire to kill me led to an altercation where I killed him instead and buried the body on a mountain. The third location marked on the map.
Actually, the traveler Amber Bennett and I were with Albedo that day. The Adventurers Guild was holding an event on Dragonspine. After it ended, we all left the area. If the person Albedo is referring to is different from the one we encountered on the mountain, then the altercation must have occurred after we left.
So I was right, it does come back to what happened back then.
What?
Everyone! I brought her!
Wait, you...
The person who just came in, isn't that Hertha?
Oh. So the whooping flower replaced Hertha. Ooh.
Why do you wear my face?
Albedo strikes again.
Hello to you too. I see what's going on here. It's all been leading up to this, hasn't it? Your confession. It was all an elaborate stunt to set me up. You want to undermine my credibility? Fine. It doesn't eliminate the mountain of evidence stacked against you. All I want is justice for the people of Mondstadt. Are you trying to insinuate that I'm some kind of homunculus? Because it looks to me like the artificial one is standing right there. Some kind of imposter you dragged in from Dragonspine. So this is what I look like when I fly off the handle. You know, they say imitation is the best form of flattery, but your impersonation has overstayed its welcome. Master Jean, what are you waiting for? We've known each other for so long. You recognize the real me, don't you? That means nothing. By that logic, I could just as easily accuse the albedo in this room of being an imposter. How do we know he isn't the fake one? A cold-blooded killer who replaced the real albedo long ago. Then, how about something only the real Hertha would know? The longest scar on my body. The knights who fought alongside me that day should remember where it is.
I remember. Let's hear your answer.
I'd like to hear Miles answer first.
Huh?
You don't know? Or you don't remember? I heard you've been acting strange these days. Disoriented? Confused? You were closer to me than anyone during that battle. And yet you don't remember a thing. Strange indeed.
No, my head. It hurts.
The scar is right here.
What happens with Miles? What about the other two witnesses then? Are they also fakes? What is going on? Why are there so many fakes and imposters in here?
Albedo has done a lot of research into beings like you. If you deny it, then show us your arm. Show us your arm. Ugh! Have it your way!
Whoa!
Come on, let's go.
There are a lot of fake
Hey!
people.
They're shielding the imposter!
Why are there so many imposters?
There are others trying to get in! Must be more people under her control!
They planned all this? That's insane. That's really cool. They planned this to like get the imposters to come out of hiding. That's so cool. Oh god, what's happening here?
Captain Albedo, honorary knight, and your floating companion.
Some of the people around here are acting strange. Be careful.
Thanks for the help. I don't think we could have managed that on our own.
I hope everyone's all right. We really appreciate the help.
You're welcome. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Venti?
Hey, Venti!
What are you doing, Venti?
What's with the freak out? It's just us!
Okay, so there was two Suspedos. The third one we killed together. The second one, Albedo eliminated him himself and then buried him. Okay, subject 2's body returned it to Durin's stomach. Oh, we got some wind currents to help travel faster.
Wind currents? Paimon's never seen this many!
All good. We have enough manpower to provide support.
Oh, they have, what do you call this? Walkie-talkies.
Requesting assistance at the side gate. Heading over now.
Whoa! It's long-distance wind communication! How is that even possible?
That's so cool. Oh wait, I didn't do the optional stuff, right? Shit. I'm still mad. Why did I not help? I didn't know. Okay, no, I was just too lazy to read. Fisher. The Knights reporting. Barbara and Rosaria. He's there healing the. Man, I messed up. I wanted to do but yeah, there's like the additional stuff as well, optional stuff. They're all working together. That's so cool to see.
All units are now in position.
Hertha! Ah, jeez, your voice scared me just now.
What? Still caught up in the imposter incident? I thought you knew about the plan.
Well, after you up and disappeared one day, all Master Jean told me was that you'd be gone for a while on an important mission. and that it'd be better if people thought you were dead. And then, what do you know? Someone who looks exactly like you appears out of nowhere 2 days later. If Master Jean hadn't told me about your mission, I would have fallen for it hook, line, and sinker. Wait, so how did you decide Hertha should disappear again? After all this fighting, I can't seem to get it straight.
I like the voice actor for Note. And the Pais, it fits so well. I don't know why.
When did that happen?
Over 6 months ago.
But how did the Knight's internal information even reach Durin and his monsters?
There's an informant among our ranks.
A child's anger.
Oh, nothing much to report, actually. Ugh.
Wait, the operation isn't over. What do we do now?
T-Pro-T conference.
Is Varka really young or something?
Why is... I think his name is Jack. Why is Jack here? So, middle-aged. This would fit more. Is this Varka? I think this is Varka, because the Barbados was able to facilitate a meeting between Varka and the mages. Oh no, Varka's blonde. He just looks like a typical, like, knight in, like, novels. I thought it would be a buff or middle-aged man.
Huh? You're gonna use that thing to call them?
What's that ringing? Is it the wind or something?
That's Varka's voice. He sounds really young. Not like old.
Wait. Barbados? Well, considering I'm surrounded on both sides with a group on my tail looking to turn me into mincemeat, yeah, I'd say so.
Okay, now he sounds older.
Alright, pass along my regards. Oh, and I still owe you for those drinks, don't I? Just take it from my stash. I keep it in...
How unprecedented. Something even your mother Rhine-daughter never accomplished?
So technique, no, but location material. Someone we need to meet. I still can't wait for Varka, to be honest.
And that's what you want, Mini Durin? To become human?
Becoming human isn't as simple as just changing forms. That's really brave. While he is from a storybook, so he has those qualities. And if he becomes part of the evil Durin, then he's probably gonna be in both Like evil and good. I like the middle ground. And that is pretty human, I would say.
Dragon blood, monster flesh, and embryo. Sounds to me like a formula for creating life. That said, we're happy to give you what you need. But there is one condition. You need to prove you can wield them. And so, you must pass the Hexen Circle's trial.
Wait, I'm showing you this in this thing? You're even gonna try to talk me into it? Okay, we are in the chessboard now. We have to fight the boss that we saw in the trailer.
I have prepared quite a riveting new performance just for you two. See? Defeat them in battle. Prove to me that you have what it takes to achieve your goal. Swashbuckle your way to victory like gallant fairy tale heroes.
Sure.
Coming to be!
Okay, Albedo's helping us working.
Yoo-hoo! Time to shine!
Let me leave you a verse. Rain outlines.
Feel this ancient power.
Allow me! Shower me with praise! Let my name echo! No, my soul!
Moments of birth.
Torrent, bring refuge!
We should present a united front.
Witness my great undertaking.
I'll be just casually doing 100k.
Moments of birth.
Just casually hitting 100k. Okay, to just peace out.
It had to be this form? A toy really doesn't suit me. Well done. But this isn't over. I will now preside over the second trial. Stare straight ahead, and you will see things as they appear. But change your perspective, and you will see them as they are.
Damn, Albedo. The king and the queen.
The trial awaits.
They look really cool. They look really cool. Oh, they're not as big as I thought.
Only by turning the world on its head can we see its true colors. So, it begs the question, what do you see on the other side of this chessboard? Pawns
100K.
earned true freedom the moment they gained legs with which to run. So, in the spirit of Rhine Daughter, I prepared a little surprise for you. No need to thank me, of course. Just a small gesture of kindness from me, Barbalot.
His Majesty.
Getting your lines! Where were we?
Rain Cutter.
Feel this ancient power!
Let us dance, my dearest!
Feel this ancient power!
Our performance has yet to conclude.
I dance for you, my dear!
And now, the towering return! Witness my great...
Oh no! Something, my dear!
Rain Cutter.
I love the voice lines of these two. They're such a cool boss.
Yes, very well done.
We did it!
Oh, they've grown up so fast. I'm so proud. Barbie was satisfied with your victory, and so am I. Congratulations to you both. You can come back now. Oh, whoops. I need to turn you back to normal first, don't I?
Oops, I skipped her. Sorry. I clicked too fast.
Still beating away after all this time. May Paimon ask a question? Who is Durin to you? Do you think of him as one of your kind? And is he a dragon, person, animal, or monster?
Do you see this as an act of creation? To cultivate life which the world cannot generate. Endogenously is to call the world itself. Whatever aids life in attaining greater levels of perfection improves the world by doing so. Well, no, thank you.
Looks like a golden energy has encased the dragon's heart! Wait, but in that case, what's gonna happen to the fake Hertha? And what about the people who fell under Durin's influence?
Firewall. This is Albedo's power. The fireworks are just distract. Venti as well. Let's see. Did he succeed? That was Albedo's power on full display, I think.
Albedo, how did everything go?
So if he could easily destroy Mondstadt. Damn. I started forgetting her life.
So that's what she meant, huh? Well, no wonder those monsters wanted to infiltrate the city and replace you. They wanted your life for themselves!
Being alive is just existing, while having a life is what makes you truly human. I think that's the message you wanted to get across to me. True, could be. At least, maybe that's his interpretation of what this mission is. Maybe it's the truth, maybe it's not. Who knows? That's his answer to this mission from her. Yes, beyond the beginning, what follows the choices a human has to make in life, as well as the kinds of family bonds they will form. Devouring Nabirius. I just wonder, he created life right now. Didn't Algeria, the old 14 girl, also did this thing and got like punished by Celestial? I just wanna know. He also created life. Or not really created. Transform. Okay, no, it's really created, like transform.
Devouring Naberius? What's Naberius?
True, what is Naberius? Okay, just a huge lore drop right into the devoured the ruler of life. So one of the shades. So 3 we know. Okay. 1 is definitely alive, it's ruler of death. Ruler of life is dead, I think, then.
What?
I knew must have do it sooner or later. So she now became a shade?
Of course! That's what friends are for!
Time into the word right out of my mouth. Just at the end, a random word drop. Sure. Paralogism. Quest completed. I think that's it. I'm not sure. Okay, yeah, this really was the end. Yeah, it was honestly really cool to see and be back in Mondstadt and do something there, because it was it has been a while since there was like lore-wise something happening in Mondstadt, or like yeah, a big quest in Mondstadt. Mostly there were only like events, and this is the first like big Archon quest since a long time. It was really cool. It was really cool. And in general, in the quest, the plot twist at the end really surprised me with the many imposters. I thought there was like only one imposter, but we killed that in the limited time event, like the big whopper flower. And yeah, I didn't know there was a third imposter. I think I saw it in the end cutscene, but I didn't register it or something. I don't fucking know. It's been a long time. But if I had to critique this quest or like this quest, felt more like a bit of story quest, like a second part, and not really an Archon quest. And the placing like is kind of weird. Like why now? After we fought in Natlan, why are we now back in Mondstadt? Like, and if you didn't play the limited time quest, it was kind of weird that like you get this a summary of what happened in the limited time quest. Like, why can we not play that? Like, why can't a new player play this quest? Why do they have to like to read a summary of it? Like, it's kind of weird. Like, it's really kind of weird. And this quest like was just out of nowhere. Like, in the other Archon quest, there was like a build up over like 3 Archon quests or something, and here it was a build up, but like over years. Like the quests, the Albedo quest, there was so much time in between. I don't know. If they were like back to back to back, then it would be really good. But like right now, like how they did it, how they executed it, is kind of weird to me. Like it didn't make the quest feel that epic. It was good. That's not what I'm saying, but like the build up was missing. That was yeah, because the build up was the limited time events, and they were like years apart. And it felt a little bit underwhelming for the amount of hype it got, or amount of hype I gave it. But like I said, the build-up was missing, I think, and was too stretched out over the years. And also, like the quest felt a little bit like Bandage, because there were a lot of people disappointed with Natlan. But I'm not sure. That's just my own opinion. Anyways, this turned into a rant, but whatever. I can't wait for Not Cry and for Waka. I saw some bits and pieces here and there, like the trailer and stuff for Not Cry, but I'm not that excited as I was before, but I'm still excited for him because he just looks like your typical knight in shining armor. Like, his personality is, for me, the most interesting thing about him now, but like, where are the middle-aged buff dudes? Where are they? Where are they?